It is Tuesday evening. It's my first week of classes, so filming a reading vlog during my first week of classes is probably overly ambitious, but to be honest, I'm just really in the mood to read. I talked about this a bit in my move-in vlog and also some on Instagram, but I've just been feeling really melancholy and vulnerable ever since coming to school. It's kind of a whole big thing. It's the end of me living at home full-time and just those sorts of things, and I've been experiencing lots of pangs of homesickness. I'm really doing my best during this season of healing and starting new to do things that are protective and safe and comfortable, and for me the number one thing that is that to me is reading. I've actually just been craving reading, which I really didn't all summer. I was in a bit of a slump, but ever since I got here all I wanted to do is just fall into my books because that's where I feel most comfortable and safe. So that's why I decided to film a reading vlog this week, because I really want to try and prioritize reading despite the fact that I'm so busy, because it's clearly something that my heart and soul need right now. I'm currently reading Frankenstein. This is for my book club. This is our August book club pick, and I am about 3/4 the way through, and I just posted the discussion for the third section, so I'm free to move on to the last section. I'm hoping as soon as I finish this, I can start East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I've been wanting to reread it for ages, and I've just decided that now is the perfect time because I could really use the comfort and joy that my favorite book brings me. And right now, I'm just gonna go prep some dinner and move on with my work and school tasks for the night. And welcome to Wednesday. So this morning I was up at about 6:30 and I went to the gym, and then I came back and showered and had breakfast, etc. And now I am sipping on some decaf Earl Grey, which is so good. And I just spent a few minutes journaling. I often feel like I don't have enough time to journal, but it only takes 5 minutes and it makes such a big difference in my mental health, so I've kind of stopped giving validity to the excuse that I don't have time. So I did that and it was very lovely, but also sad. I feel like when I'm journaling right now, I'm just dumping all my emotions out, and it's a little upsetting, but definitely healing, so that's good. I am leaving for campus on the bus at 11:30 and it's about 9:30 now, so I have 2 hours and I have a few things I'm planning to do. I need to post some TikTok content, some Instagram content. I need to film the read with me for my Patreon, and I need to post the bookmark for my patrons this month, and that will probably take the next 2 hours. So I'm gonna work on all that and then I'll head to campus. I have to stop by the campus bookstore to pick up a packet for one of my classes, and then I have 2 classes this afternoon. And of course, I'm going to try to squeeze as much reading in as possible. I have about 30 pages left of Frankenstein, and then I'm gonna dive into East of Eden, which I am so excited about. About 10 p.m. and I am heading into bed. I had quite a few little moments today to read east of Eden just on the bus or waiting for class to start or whenever it was, and I ended up making it about 20 pages in, and I'm loving it so far, and I will tell you more about it in the morning. It is Thursday evening about 11 p.m. and I just finished up my work for the day. It was a really long, really busy day for many reasons. Needless to say, absolutely no reading was done today, if I am going to be completely transparent. I could sit here and read 5 pages just for the sake of the vlog. I think I'd rather be honest and just say that some days reading just doesn't quite fit into the schedule. Tomorrow should be a lot better. I actually don't have any classes tomorrow, so definitely hoping to fit some reading in then. But yeah, today was kind of a bust, pretty busy, but we... Hello my friends, it is Friday evening now and I've been reading for about the past hour and a half or so. I read about 70 pages and I wanted to sit down and kind of introduce East of Eden because I feel like I haven't formally done that yet. East of Eden is one of my favorite novels of all time. I read it for the first time the summer before I left for university, so it's almost, 2 years later now, and I've just been craving a reread. So that is what we're doing and I'm loving it so far. I'm only about a 1/7 of the way through the novel. It's a very long novel. It's about 600 pages long and it's just a delight. I really enjoy Steinbeck's writing style in this novel in particular. Truly a brilliantly written book and I recommend to everyone, and it's been great fun so far. I'll read you the synopsis. Set in the rich farmland of California's Salinas Valley, this sprawling and often brutal novel follows the intertwined destinies of 2 families, the Trasks and the Hamiltons, whose generations helplessly reenact the fall of Adam and Eve and the poisonous rivalry of Cain and Abel. Adam Trask came to California from the east to farm and raise his family on the new rich land, but the birth of his twins, Cal and Aaron, brings his wife to the brink of madness, and Adam is left alone to raise his boys to manhood. One boy thrives, nurtured by the love of all those around him, and the other grows up in loneliness, enveloped by mysterious darkness. First published in 1952, East of Eden is the work in which Steinbeck created his most mesmerizing characters and explored his most enduring themes: the mystery of identity, the inexplicability of love, and the murderous consequences of love's absence. A masterpiece of Steinbeck's later years, East of Eden is a powerful and vastly ambitious novel that is at once a family saga and a modern retelling of the book of Genesis. It is truly just an absolute tome. It encompasses so many themes and so many different things, and it is honestly just really enjoyable to read, and I'm just loving it. It's about 7 o'clock on Friday now, and it's actually my friend's birthday today, so we're going to the park to celebrate, so that's what I'll be doing this evening, and then I will get back to some more reading either tonight or tomorrow. my friends, welcome to Saturday. It's about 3:30 p.m. and so far today I was just doing random weekend things. Austin and I went to go shoot some content. We went to the grocery store. I vacuumed and cleaned my apartment, so nothing very exciting, but as you saw for the past hour or so, I've just been reading. I pulled my little chair up to my windowsill and made a nice cup of decaf Earl Grey tea, and it was a very lovely, just peaceful hour. And I made it to part 2 of East of Eden, which is page 125. Definitely some great progress, and now I think I'm actually going to head to the bookstore. I need to pick up Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier for my book club read for September, and I think while I'm there I'll just grab a seat in the cafe and do a little more reading. So I think it'll be fun. This is like my favorite bookstore in the whole world, and I haven't seen it since last spring because I went home for the summer, so I'm really excited to go back.
So many years, too many tears on your pillow, on your pillow. Out of the darkness, a sound. It all seems so harmless. Don't you wait until the morning light, the morning light. Far away until you're out of sight, you're out of sight.
Alright, I am back from the bookstore, and they did have the book I was looking for, but it was the last one, so I'm glad that I went today. And as I said, I went to go pick up Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. I am so excited about this one. I first kind of got it on my radar screen last spring, but it felt like a spooky read, so I was kind of hoping to save it for fall. And my book club members on Patreon actually voted for this for September, so I'm really excited to read it. I'm gonna go ahead and read you the synopsis in case you're curious. The coachman tried to warn young Mary Yellen away from the ruined, forbidding place on the rain-swept Cornish coast, but Mary chose instead to honor her mother's dying request that she join her frightened aunt Patience and foreboding Uncle Joss Merlin at Jamaica Inn. From her first glimpse on that raw November eve, she could sense the inn's dark power. Mary never imagined that she would become hopelessly ensnared in the vile, villainous schemes being hatched within its crumbling walls, or that she would fall in love with a handsome, enigmatic stranger. But what secrets is he hiding from her, and can she really trust him? Jamaica Inn is a riveting classic novel of romantic suspense only the brilliant mind of Daphne du Maurier could conceive. It looks super good. I'm really excited. Obviously, Rebecca is her more popular novel, but I'm really curious to see what I think of Jamaica Inn. I did read a bit more of East of Eden because there's a cafe in that bookstore, but I only read about 20 more pages. That is the update. It is actually Sunday evening. I have not been filming today because I have not had any time to read. I've pretty much just been doing homework and other school related things, and also obviously social media work, so it's just been a work day over here, which is just how Sundays are when you're a student. But I thought I'd go ahead and end the vlog here because I have been going for about 6 days and it's probably a good point to end it. So as you know, I ended up reading about 50 pages of Frankenstein, which were the last 50 pages, so that that got finished, and I did love it. I thought it was a phenomenal novel. I read this my sophomore year of high school, and I thought it was, you know, good, but at the time I feel like I didn't really get a lot from it because I wasn't like as high level a reader as I am now, and having reread it now, I can say pretty confidently that I think it's a really phenomenal piece of literature, and I can see why it has stuck around even after 200 years basically. I also read the first 150-ish pages of East of Eden, which has just been absolutely lovely so far, and I'm so excited to keep reading it. It is a fairly dense novel. It definitely doesn't read very quickly, but I'm honestly just enjoying taking my time with it and just really absorbing as I read, because like I said, I do just absolutely love Steinbeck's writing. Obviously, this is not a ton of reading that I've done over the past 6 days, and it's definitely not the most I've done in previous reading vlogs, considering that it was my first week of classes and I was juggling finding classes and getting started on schoolwork and just finding a rhythm in life. I can't blame myself for perhaps not being completely on my reading game, but nonetheless, I'm really glad that I took you along with me this week and could kind of show you a more realistic reading vlog, because let's face it, we don't all have time to read for 2 hours every single day, you know? Also, I'll be putting up my apartment tour next week on Friday on my usual upload day, so you have that to look forward to. I'm really excited to share the official tour with you. And if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment below what you're currently reading right now, and of course whether or not you're enjoying it, because I would love some recommendations for future reads. Of course, thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me that you are, and I hope wherever you are, whenever it is, you're doing well, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.